Hello, hey, how you doing? This is Ryan J. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is fine with you and you're having a super productive day and getting it done. All right. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get 3 days worth of work done in one day. 3 days worth of work done in one day. Wow, that seems like a lot, but we'll get into that. All right, I'm shooting this on my business page. So if you're already in my business page and following me, thank you so much. Much gratitude towards you. Thank you so much. If you're watching this on another platform and you are not following me, please find me and like the page. What's up, Tiff? Hey, how you doing? We're gonna talk heavy about production today. Heavy production. Like 3 days worth of work in one. So let's get it going. So that's about that. And man, here's what I got to offer. I'm gonna be now the nuts and bolts and the meat and potatoes of this thing are not gonna be shared in this. All right, it actually starts Monday. So this video right here is like an introduction to. So since it starts on Monday and this is Thursday, that gives you Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get at me in my DM or in the comments so that I can fill up the group, okay? Because it's going to be a separate group, because what it is, it's a 4-week training. Oh man, 4-week training. Well, yeah, because I want to be thorough, I want to be specific, I want to answer questions and take you through the process. All right, it's a simple process, but it's not easy. All right, if that makes sense. It's simple, but not easy, and you're gonna have questions along the way. I guarantee it, because I know I did. I know I did when I put this thing together and I actually started implementing it in my life. Well, why would you implement something like this into your life? Well, let me just explain a little bit about myself, who I am, and why I feel qualified to do this. Because you're probably asking the same question. How is this guy qualified to teach me how to get 3 days production in one day? All right, well, I'll answer those questions and I'll break it down as to what I did and where I was at. Again, my name's Ryan J. When people ask me what I do, my favorite answer is I do whatever it takes. I do whatever it takes. Now, what does that mean? I own a company, I run 2 businesses, so things have kind of slowed down for me, if that makes any sense. Owning a company, running 2 businesses, and I've slowed down. Because here's where I was at. It was probably 3 years ago. I was working a corporate job, a full-time corporate job, like more than full-time, 50, 60 hours a week corporate job. All right, and it was fine and dandy, and there's nothing wrong with jobs. Nothing wrong with that at all, and I'm not bashing it. But here's what I found out. It wasn't for me. So I built my first company from scratch. I built it. I figured it out. Figured out how to build my company, and then run a business. Then, a little bit along the way, probably about 4 or 5 months after I built my first company and started running my own business, I was introduced to another opportunity and another business opportunity, and I took that. All right, so now I own a company, I work a corporate job, I'm running 2 businesses on the side while working 50 hours a week. So that was 3 years ago. Now, it got to the point where I'm just doing too much, or I wasn't doing too much, but I wasn't productive in my time. I was kind of like, if you can imagine trying to like herd cats, like, hey, here's a whole bunch of cats, go try and collect them all. All right, that's what I was doing in my everyday life. Oh, and plus I'm a single dad. So yay, all right, fantastic. I love her to death, but she needs my time and attention as well. So doing what I gotta do, I was just sporadic all over the place. I saw myself, I wanted to do it actually for my daughter. Honestly, that's why I was spreading myself so thin, to do it for my daughter. One, because I'm always preaching to her that you can do whatever you want to do, and, just believe in yourself. Well, if daddy doesn't do it, then it might be hard to like believe, if that makes sense. So I wanted to prove it to my daughter and prove her and show her that you can do, and when you put your mind to it, you can do anything you want. Now, and plus, I wanted to quit my corporate job. Yep, wanted to quit my corporate job. So, to improve myself as a doer, like I can do this because I thought I could do it, but then I have all these pieces in place, plus my corporate job, plus my father responsibility. Man, I was running myself thin, and my projects were time heavy, and I wasn't finding the time. So with that, I found frustration. I was spreading myself so thin that I was actually not getting results in my projects. I'd build it, and then, oh, hey, look, that needs to be done. A fire needs to be put out over here. So I'd run over here and do this. It was frustrating. It was actually kind of, I was burning myself out, definitely. Shooting myself in the foot. I felt a little bit of embarrassment and shame. So one day, I don't know if I was like, if it was in a dream or in the shower, or I'm not sure, but I had this epiphany. With all my corporate experience and all my training and all that I've done in all corporate has brought to the table for me when it comes to organization and time management and scheduling and projects. And I was like, well, why don't I take that? Because I was a corporate trainer for years and traveled the country. Like, that's what I did. That's my job, is to teach people how to work the corporate way. Well, I had this epiphany that why don't I implement that system into my own life? And that's where it started. And I was like, I might be onto something here. So what was my plan? Well, I had to come up with a plan. Because like if you've ever spent any time in corporate, they give you a book of, here's the corporate guidelines. All right. Well, I needed corporate guidelines for myself, if that makes any sense. All right. So I started from scratch. What I did was, how is this going to work? Like, I got all these pieces that need to be managed and need to be run and operated. How am I going to do it? So that was my conflict as to figuring it out. Well, yeah, it got to the point where I could either just quit, all right, like just quit one business and concentrate on the other two. But I don't like to quit. I really don't like to quit. It's not. Quitting is kind of failing, and that's not a game I play. Not a game I play. I will figure it out, but I'm not gonna quit. So what I ended up doing is taking every single business and the company and reverse engineering it as to what needs to be done every single day, writing it all down, coming to a schedule, and figuring it out. Now, when it was all said and done, I came up with a real simple plan. But it's going to take it. When I looked at it on paper, I was like, wow, it's pretty simple, but this is going to take dedication, self-discipline, and commitment for sure, and desire to do this. So that's what I came up with. Now, when it's all said and done, fast forward to now, I figured it out. Like earlier, I said, hey, things have slowed down a bit. Well, no, that's not necessarily true. Things haven't slowed down. I'm just better at what I'm doing. There's a schedule now, and there are things to do, and there are things that must be done, and then there's the to-do list. So now that it's figured out, and I've been implementing it for about a month and a half, or what have you, the transformation, and now I can do 3 days worth of work in one day. So I figured I'd bring this and share my knowledge with you guys. So if you're interested, this is what I'm doing. I'm running a 4-week beta test, meaning this is going to be free. This is free information. So if you raise your hand and say, yeah, I'm a high producer, I'm an achiever, I'm a doer, I want to get more done, then this is for you. It really is for you. So that kicks off on Monday. Now this is being filmed on Thursday. It'll give you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of time to get into my DM, send or type in the comments as to, yeah, I'm raising my hand. Let's go. LETSGO. All right. So that's how it's going to play out. Now you might be saying, well, how? I can't possibly do this. It's impossible to fit 3 days worth of work into one day. Well, let me tell you this. It is possible, and by you saying you can't do something, you're absolutely right. You can't do it. You can't do it. If you say you cannot, I can't do that. Well, I'm not going to argue with you. You're right. You can't. But if you see that there's a possibility that it could be done, I will show you the way. Simple as that. That's just changing the words that come out of your mouth. I think it can be done, or I can't do it. You're right. You can't. If you think it can be done, come along with me and I'll show you the way. How can this be done? How could that be? Brian, you're telling me I can get 3 days worth of work done in one day? How can that possibly be done? Well, you know what? When it's all said and done, it's actually quite simple process. It takes a lot of time, discipline, and management of your schedule. All right, you're gonna find out that there are things that you're gonna have to kick out of your life in able to do this. And if you're a high achiever, a performer, and want more out of your life, then some of these sacrifices aren't going to be that big of a deal. They're really not. Well, why would I want to do this? You may ask. Why would I possibly want to put in more work, or why would I possibly want to get 3 days worth of work done in one? Well, here's why you want to do it. We're going to go back to what do you want more in your life? Are you content with where you are right now? If you're content, then this is not for you. It is 100% not for you. If you are fine where you're at in in this stage of your life right now, fantastic, good for you. Then don't sign up. This is not for you. But if you want more out of your life, you want to produce more, you want to make a bigger difference, you want more of an impact, you want more experience in your workplace. If you find that people are saying, well, you're not experienced enough. Well, how can you get more experience? By getting 3 days worth of work done in what one dude would do in one, then you got 3 on top of his 1. You just you tripled up on experience right there in a day. Now, what if you were to continue that for 4 weeks? Think of the leaps and bounds that you can make in those 4 weeks. Think about it. Is it worth it to you? Do you want that bad enough? Or are you content? If you want more out of your life, man, I'm telling you, we need to, if you want this, you want more out of your life, you need to come along with me this coming up Monday, and we're gonna do the damn thing. All right? So those are some false beliefs as to how, why, and I can't. All right? Well, you can, and it can be done, and there's your why. You know, what's your why? So what's the process involved here? All right, well, like I said, it's starting on Monday, okay? So this is filmed on a Thursday. Monday, what is the date? I think it's the 13th. Yes, Monday the 13th, we're starting off. Okay, so what you're gonna have to do is get into, well, at least like my business page. All right, it's probably up at the top here. If it's a different format, if you're watching this on the YouTube, or if you're watching this on the IGs, then you're gonna have to log into your Facebook and then just go find me. You know, I'm holding a sign that says, you know, make it epic. All right, Ryan Johnson. You know, so at least like this page. Then from there, I'm gonna put you. Well, yeah. The training itself is not going to take place on that page. And here's why. Because you're going to go into a separate group, a separate training group that it's free for now. It's free for now, which is cool, which means you're like a founding member. But I'm going to tell you this, after this 4-week training, it's going to go to a membership site, which means money to be involved in it. Money to be involved. Right now, you can get in for free. So, whatever. Yeah, sign me up. Free. The training's free. being in the group as a founding member is free. I don't know. Seems like a win-win-win-win-win. And with all the knowledge that you're going to gain within the next 4 weeks and like level up, literally level up your life, your goals, dreams, and your productivity. Plus, here's the bonus. You're going to have time. You're going to end up with more time with your friends, family, your loved ones, your close one, the ones closest to you. You're not putting in any more work. You know, I'm not going to ask you to work 20 hours a day. That's not what we're doing here. We're working smarter, not harder. That's what we're doing. All right. So that's what I got for you. Hey, how you doing? You feel like this is a fit for you? If it is a fit for you, like I said, like the page, raise your hand somewhere, whether it's my DM or in the comments, saying that you want to be a part of this, and I'll make sure to add you into this group. And we start on Monday. Monday the 13th. I kind of feel like I'm gonna go live throughout the whole training, at least once a day, and then maybe twice a day if I have to answer a whole bunch of questions that come up and they seem to be the similar question. Then I will definitely go live and answer those questions. So yeah, I'm super excited for it, and I'm excited for you to join this. So with that, this is Ryan J saying, make it an epic day, and I can't wait to see you in the group. Bye.